Welcome dear viewers, this is ERi-TV English News for this hour. I'm Bersabet Taghla, beginning this broadcast with the major headlines for today. Seminar on role of women in development programs held in Eritrea. Training on food safety organized in Foro. Niger signs a deal with Russian firm for 3 satellites. And Spain's Prime Minister orders 10,000 troops to flood-hit Valencia. On your local reports, Ms. Naita Forki, head of the National Union of Eritrean Women in the Southern Region, conducted a seminar on 31st October in Eritrea, focusing on the role of women in development programs. The seminar was attended by over 2,000 residents from the administrative areas of Hadamu, Hishmele, Hainaba and Unabur, along with government employees and secondary school students. Mr. Knight noted that women are increasingly competitive in both education and the workplace, and called for continued efforts to achieve even better outcomes. She highlighted that the contribution of women to development programs is as vital as their role during the struggle for independence and in safeguarding national sovereignty. Mr. Knight emphasized that further efforts will be made to enhance women's skills and economic empowerment through vocational training initiatives. Ms. Rugbe Weldemarem, Secretary of the PFDJ in the subzone, announced that elections for the board of the National Union of Eritrean Women will be held in the coming month. She encouraged women to select committed candidates who can serve their interests effectively. Mr. Habtai Tesfazgi, the subzone administrator, underlined the importance of women's involvement in realizing development goals and called for strengthened participation from local administrations and stakeholders. Participants engaged in an extensive discussion on the topics presented and put forward several recommendations for future action. In other news, a training on food safety and foodborne diseases was held in Foro, Northern Red Sea region on 24 and 25 October. Attendees included representatives from local administrations, agriculture, health, marine resources sectors, and honors of social service provision institutions. The training covered essential topics such as food safety, cleanliness, storage practices, and the risks associated with foodborne diseases. Mr. Tesfai Tawel, the head of the Agriculture Office in the subzone, emphasized the need for stronger stakeholder participation to improve public well-being. Mr. Thomas Tadesse also highlighted that severe health risks posed by unsafe food, urging greater efforts to control foodborne diseases. Mr. Fisahaye Gebrahawayat, managing director in the subzone, expressed the administration's commitment to strengthen contribution in the effort to ensure food safety. Participants called for stricter controls on illegally imported animal medicines and pesticides, and stressed the need for thorough monitoring of safety of milk and dairy products. Dear viewers, stay tuned for your international reports and more after the short break. Welcome back. The government of Niger, represented by Minister of Communication Sidi Mohamed Raliou, signed an agreement on Friday in the capital Niamey with Glascosmos, a subsidiary of Russia's Roscosmos space agency, to acquire 3 satellites aimed at bolstering the nation's security and defense capabilities. Raliou said that the deal includes a communications satellite, a remote sensing satellite, and a radar satellite for defense and security purposes, with production set to take place in Russia over the next 4 years. In the interim, Russia has agreed to lease similar equipment to Niger, Raliou added. Following a coup last year, Niger has increasingly distanced itself from France, its former colonial power, and is strengthening ties with other international partners, including Russia. On today's final report, Spain's Prime Minister has ordered 5,000 more troops and 5,000 police officers and civil guards to the Valencia region as residents criticize local authorities over their response to catastrophic flooding. Pedro Sanchez said 211 people have been confirmed dead, with the toll expected to rise further. Heavy rains that began on Monday caused floods that destroyed bridges and covered the towns with mud, cutting off communities and leaving them without water, food or electricity. Sanchez said the deployment was Spain's largest in peacetime in response to one of the worst floods in Europe this century. The Prime Minister said he was aware the response that is being given out is not enough and acknowledged severe problems and shortages. Weather warnings remain in force in northeastern and southern Spain through Sunday, while another was issued in the Balearic Islands for Saturday. Around 1,700 soldiers are already working on search and rescue operations in the Valencia region, although hope of finding more survivors is dwindling. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, dear viewers, and now recap of the major headlines. Seminar on role of women in development programs held in Eritrea. Training on food safety organized in Foro. Niger signs a deal with Russian firm for 3 satellites. And Spain's Prime Minister orders 10,000 troops to flood-hit Valencia. That was it for today, dear viewers. Thanks for watching and have a good one.